Alright, and we're live, full sending it on NQ, and I saw this giant pop up, super volatile right before open, and I just decided to short it because we just broke all-time or previous day's high. So I expect us to do a classic Judas swing where we already swept the previous day's high, and now we're gonna go back to the low of the day, or at least dump a little bit. I am bullish, so I'm not too happy with a short play right now, but the risk reward is just immense, so we're going for it. And we're going to have a tight stop because, as you know, open can get pretty wild. So 6 minutes to open. It's just been so bullish throughout London. Like, we literally flew up 200 points. Like, that doesn't mean we can't go higher. I just expect at least a decent pullback. But also, it's very possible that we do have a down day. Even though I'm bullish AF on the day, I still think we could easily take a little dumpy roo for, at least 100 points. I'll be cool with 100 points. Really, I'm just targeting down here, so it's like not even 100 points, like 70. We're already getting a nice little pullback. Hopefully that's not all she wrote, because we are looking for a bigger run. And where the fuck is everyone? In lab. Big nerves. Probably a terrible idea, but yeah, it's not my brightest idea, but I think it could work pretty well. So the risk reward is there. Might as well take the chance. We're at least to the bottom of this channel we got right here. But damn, is this a strong uptrend? So 4 more minutes till open. So 3 minutes to open. Yeah, why am I short? Two minutes to open. Nice pullback. I'll probably take one off. Just because, yeah, I am bullish. It's just I had this right idea to short this for some reason. Doesn't mean I gotta stick to it. I'm just gonna sell one of them. We'll hold one for the play. See if we just get a straight fucking dump at open. Take profit fairly quick. More than likely we get a pop. So that's what I'm kind of not too excited for. But our risk reward is not too bad at all, so it's okay. One minute left. Hit our boys in longs. Everyone's in longs. Ay, ay, ay. There's the pump already, too. Oh my lordy. Is this just gonna god dildo even more? I just added a second short. If it pops up, it might sweep 200 is the problem. We're risking 20 points here. Let's see what happens. Everyone's in longs, which it makes a lot of sense. This is just stupid bullish. But let's see if we get a nice retail fucking in 2 seconds. Oh shit, 2 seconds. Classic pump. Not god dildoing up, so I like that. Are we even gonna dump though is a question. Or is it just gonna slowly still grind up? $9.38, jeez. Phoenix, jeez, he's up 250 points. This isn't the super bullish open I was thinking it was gonna have, so that's really good news for us. Just curious if we're gonna get to my PT, which is something down there. We didn't even sweep 200, which I'm shocked about. Oh, my mouse just died? What the f- My mouse just died. Still holding, jeez. The Bears cannot push it down. Are we gonna run up another 100 points or what? Very uneventful open though. Powell in 30 minutes. Maybe we just chop around till then. Nice fucking win, Phoenix. Cash money, baby. Is anyone trading this? Are my shorts a stupid idea or what? I'm just looking at this. They are a terrible idea, but what we're looking for is to get to the bottom of this channel. I don't know if I want to add. I'm cool with my 2 micros per account. Just in case. We're not really looking for anything crazy today. Really just trying to make $200 a day. But since I already made $200 and it wasn't live, then I'm going to make another $200 for a $400 day. It's really testing this low side lick. It's looking pretty good. Let's see if we just dump it. We're pursuing a barcode for the next 25 minutes. Oh. Okay, I'll short that. I'll put the stop right there. Yeah, we just get stopped out of everything right here. Okay, let's re-enter shorts. See if that was just a bullshit pump up. Oh, nope, was not bullshit. Yeah, we're bullish. Golly. I still want to short this though. Okay, let's try it one more time. See if that's all she wrote for the dump ski. We'll risk 20 points. Shorting on a bullish day. Why? I don't know. Because I think we're gonna have a fucking 100-point dump. I'll admit it's not my brightest idea ever. $235 probably would have been a better level as well. Oh my god, 1 tick from our stop. Oh, and we're almost. Yeah, don't fuck with a bear bull market. I think a huge level. It could literally just go right back up to all-time highs. Just kind of what I was expecting. Maybe I chose to take shorts because I was pissed I sold my longs. That's okay. We'll look for more longs. We'll join the long train. Or we'll short 35 for a scalp and then we'll go for the longs.
Yo.
Yo. You see me trying to short this shit?
Oh no, dude!
Uh,
I took a trade like really late last night, actually, on ES.
Along?
Yeah. From remember how I was talking about that 5,090 level
Yeah.
yesterday?
Yeah.
Look at where it bounced.
Yeah, right around 590, yeah?
Yeah.
No shit. So you just limit
But I
ordered
didn't
and
limit
left, or
it. It
what?
was just a set. Like it was just for a set 5 points. And I could have held it literally all night.
Yeah, for 150 points. Holy fuck.
I know.
Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, this is a full-blown bull market, dude.
Is there? I forgot what news is today. I know there's news. But
There
like,
was already unemployment, and Powell was testifying as well.
yeah.
But I did make $3,000 on my Elite Trader funded accounts already.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I caught that rip in the morning. Oh, and I did sell my I had a long somewhere over here, but I sold it. It looks like, unless
Dude,
no, I
Pal
did just
speaks.
sell it.
Pal speaks in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I sold my last long at 48. Damn, it ripped up another. Man, is my short really working out now? Oh shit, I got stopped out at the very top. Oh, classic. This could be a long entry here, huh?
Let's see. Let's see. I am late to the party.
What are you doing? Fucking sleeping and shit, dude? Sleep is for the weak, man.
I slept in a little bit.
Hey, what time is it over there by you?
7:40.
Oh shit, okay, you're still up early.
Well, I was up late in that trade,
Uh,
and I was like, I don't want to go to bed. And I
classic.
probably shouldn't have gone to bed. I probably should have just like stayed up, stayed long.
Forever.
Literally, are we back to all-time highs on ES? Close. Jeez.
Gee. I think I
At this
still want
point,
this long.
I'm not even gonna get in position until after Powell.
I'm taking this long right here. I think this was a decent pullback, but this is a bearish engulfing. Very big bearish engulfing. But I still think we're bullish on the day, so we'll put a stop right there. Let's see if Powell pumps this shit to the fucking moon and we break all-time high, or get to all-time high. My short play fucking would have worked too. I just got in way too early. That's kind of stupid.
Where's your expresses?
These are my expresses right here.
Oh, not gonna lie, you got quite a few accounts rolling right now. So I'm like, what's what?
And I just got a trade day, my 10th day, so tomorrow I get it.
Hell,
Oh fuck.
pretty upset with myself for raging those PA accounts.
Oh, they were PAs too?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, it was bad. I literally just activated them. Two.
How much were they?
So,
80 bucks a pop?
Yeah, $100 a pop.
$100 a pop, jeez. These diamond hand accounts were for $80 a month, or $300 one time. I was like, what the fuck? I fucked up on my scalp. I kind of thought it was gonna keep going up, but Powell's talking in 15 minutes, so I think we're just gonna chop around here. I wonder if my short play is gonna work. This 110 level. Kind of stupid of me to take a long. The only reason I'm in a long is because my short play failed twice, so I don't know why. I just don't want to take it again, but the third time would have been very nice. Now I'm just fucking burning money.
No, that's bad.
Yeah. There's still a really good chance we hold this level, or the EMA. But yeah, this positioning is not fucking good at all. Yeah, I'm just ripping through my fucking shit. Okay, I'm done with ETF. We have $3,000 in profit on there. I'm not gonna fuck around too much more. That's so annoying when I fucking got stopped out of my short play at the very top, and then it fucking is gonna work out. God, I fucking hate it when this shit happens.
I know, because then it specifically plays with your emotions there.
Yeah. We are hitting the bottom of the channel right here, so it might be time to get back in longs. But 110 was my target. There's the bottom of the channel, the sweep of it. Yeah, that's a knife catch it. And what a beautiful short play, too. Oh, man. Maybe it does want that 110. Maybe it just wants to go off a full-blown cliff. I think it's just sweeping that channel, though. It's gonna come right back up. Yeah, okay, so we should be still good. I would like to get back in ETF longs, though, but...
Damn, I was thinking about getting long right there at 51.30. I'm like scared because I'm already up on the day. I'm like, I don't know.
I did just piss away my profits and then some, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're already up, as long as you're up over $200, right?
Yeah.
Which I was up $200, now I'm minus $200. But that's okay. Our longs should fucking play out for the rest of the day now, I'd assume.
Let's see.
Really salty about my short play, though. Really, really salty. Fucking knew it.
Yeah, there's a gnarly little pullback there.
I know, and I fucking expected that for this 110 level or the bottom of the channel. It ripped through the bottom of the channel. But, yeah. I mean, I was fucking expecting this the whole fucking time. But of course, we get a fucking random 60-point pump up before this happens. Classic.
That was seriously the largest pullback we've had
all day.
Since the start of this pump.
Yeah.
On ES at least.
I got stopped out by 2 points too, right? $14 man. 164 is a pivot point. Yeah. Yeah, we just ripped through all those points. Fucking cliff dive. Yeah, still super bullish as well. But we will see because Powell's speaking in 10 minutes. Let's see if he fucking pumps the market to the moon.
Pretty big.
Let's keep 30, 20. Okay, 150 is a key level, Hugo said. Pretty much bounced right off that. Look at the size of that wick, though. Beautiful.
5150. Oh, on ES?
Yeah. I'm taking some off because Powell's gonna be speaking here soon, so I'm just gonna exit completely. We'll try to scalp through Powell.
The boys.
Yo, Hugo, long time no see.
Bro, man, my fucking kids, my newborn's been sick, man.
Yeah,
It's been
yeah.
rough. Been rough.
Fucking life of having a baby.
Yeah. We'll post any key charts for upside targets if we decide to have in the tech channel. I started using hit charts.
Oh yeah?
They're actually very helpful. Yeah. Very, very helpful. Like when you look at right now on this minute chart, like if you're looking at NQ right now, and this bounce that just happened, trade basically a little reread. You can't really see much structure. You can see way more structure on tick chart. Like levels
which ticks?
highs holding.
100 ticks?
I got 500 and 2,000.
500 ticks. Jeez.
No, 500 and 2,000.
And 2,000?
Yeah.
Oh my lordy. Fucking sold my longs too early, unfortunately. But
Well, this has no interest in going down, it looks like, either.
yeah. Well, I was in these fucking shorts and I fucking got stopped out 1 point before the fucking drop.
Before Tom?
Yeah. And then I tried knife catching multiple times and I fucking got plowed.
But yeah, you can really, like, it's just easier to see the swing points. Even these shorts where it rejected, it was a little, like, it just cleared London highs from Tuesday. That night, that's what it swept, is that swing point there. But it's, I'd say it's on its way back up now.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I think we're just gonna go up all day, but we have Powell in like 8 minutes. And so let's see what happens.
I would not, like, my FIP projections are posted, but it's to 293 and 331. And then all-time highs is 377. So that's not very far.
No.
Thank you.
I definitely think we could break all-time highs today. Very easily.
Yeah, I almost feel like today we will break all-time highs before NFP.
think so too. And then NFP sends us to the fucking moon, and then we hit 19K.
Well, that's where NFP, I would not be surprised if NFP does what it's done the past few times, dives off a fucking cliff to screw everyone that's in on the early longs and then pumps all day.
You think so?
Well, that's what the last, 2, 3 NFPs have been like that.
I remember I hit that last NFP, dude, with like a few micros on personal money. I made like 2K in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but like, that's what they've done. They fucking export the shit out of it, send it down so they can buy more at a cheap price, and then send it up. It's like the oldest trick in the book now. Look at what they did to Bitcoin. Oh, it's going to zero, it's shit, we don't like it, this, that, blah, 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 blah. Sell, 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 and now Bitcoin's at what?
All-time highs?
All-time highs.
Yeah. Classic.
I would be, that's why when I look at NFP, like, I just look at what the most cockery thing to do is. Well, everyone that's long, and been long, right? Let's screw them out. Get all the shorts out today, then screw out all the longs, send it down, and then buy it back at a discount. Is what I would be looking at. That's what I would do if I controlled the market. Let's put it that way.
That's
Because
probably more than likely what they will do.
On the 4-hour, we still haven't broken structure. Yesterday's swing point that put in new all-time highs held. So that's like a protected low that's held. And I wouldn't be surprised if they sweep that before. Maybe that would be too much. That would be like a 400-point dump. I don't think they do that on an FB, but they could. Like that's
Easily.
the thing is they could.
They really could, yeah.
They could send it.
Shit.
But yeah, I really like the tick charts, man. It gives you structure where, like, this morning as it was chopping, when you look at even the 1-minute chart, and 9:30 open, like it looks like chop on the 1-minute chart, but on a tick chart, it's just a bull flag. Like it's a very clear downwards chop channel.
I don't know if I could use ticks, to be honest. I think it's just too much movement.
It's less mess than the 1-minute.
Really? Oh, the
Yeah.
1 minute, yeah. I'll use 2 minutes now.
But even, okay, let me take a look at what the 2-minute looks like. It's even clearer than the 2-minute.
Hmm.
In my opinion. I mean, I can show you if you want.
Hold up. I was expecting a little bit of a pullback, but we're not getting one.
I don't think this wants to pull back at all.
Yeah.
The pullback happened, I think. And now it's more longs.
And Powell's in 4 minutes, so I'm expecting a little bit of a fucking pre-Powell dump for him to pump it back up. I'm wondering if this is all she wrote.
Yeah, it just might have been people getting out of position. Just, you know,
They did pump all night. Yeah.
Yeah, I rode that wave up pretty nicely. I wish I held it, though. I sold a little premature in my ETF accounts. I did fucking just get these accounts funded today and already made $1,000 per account, though, so that's a big success. But these fucking XFAs are kind of getting plowed now. I was up 200 already,
What
but
elite account do you have?
the 3 diamond hand accounts.
What is the account size?
100K.
100K?
Yeah. Okay, so we got our little dump there.
Let me do some quick maths for
So
you.
that's
A lot of people don't know this about. Don't make more than $2,000 a day in those accounts.
No, it's 40% of profit. So as long as I make
No, but what you didn't read, the max they'll pay you out is the account size. You can get a max payout with them after 50 days.
Ah. So you're saying the most they'll pay out is $100,000?
So when you sign their contract, it says in the contract the most that they're obligated to pay you is the size of the account. Anything more is up to their discretion. They're obviously not going to pay you more in a fucking sim environment. Why would they? That's stupid. So the most that you can collect from the account is actually 100K. And then with the 40% rule, you just look at it. Okay, I have 50 days until I can get a max payout. Why make more than $2,000 a day? There's literally no point unless you want a buffer for yourself in case you can have loss.
Do they even have live funded accounts?
They do.
They do?
Yeah. But yeah, see, even here, like, I'm looking at the tick chart versus, like, the minute chart. The tick chart has, like, a clear swing point that we rejected here.
Looking at 2,000 tick?
No, the 500. The 2,000, think of the 2,000 as, like, higher time frame. Like, my 2,000 is hella zoomed out. So that I can see, like, big picture. Like, I can see as far back as the 4th.
Mm-hmm. There's Powell. I was getting started.
Well, that's kind of annoying.
What's annoying?
What's that?
So the same day that I raged those Apex accounts, I had a couple evals that I did pass, right? And they never, I never got the next step to activate them to PA accounts. I bought them during the 90% 1 day to pass, right? So I emailed them this morning. I was like, hey, I haven't received the next steps to activate these accounts. They just responded, you need to complete 3 days or 3 active trading days to complete these accounts. I was like, but they're 1 day to pass accounts, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, that's their sale right now, so they probably think that you just got them or some shit.
Yeah, that is their sale right now.
Let's see what Powell's gonna do. I still think we blow up to fucking all-time highs, but
yeah, this pullback didn't really break any big structure. Just a little bit of pullback.
I thought as long as you purchase them during the 1 day to pass sale, it would be like that entire month or the entire life of the account.
That's what I would expect too. Maybe they're saying that as soon as you start trading
find out.
Yeah, I'll find out real soon.
Well, it's fine. I'll just throw on a couple micro trades for 3 days.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you do with Apex. They make it more than 1 day. Holy fuck, this tick chart's pretty nuts. Like, that was the whole fucking move down that we had.
That's what I mean when you look at swing points. Look at swing points on it.
What sucks is I haven't been trading them because I've been just waiting. Because I was like, well, they're passed.
Well, I see what happened. You just always flip, man. You just flip one micro.
Apex is kind of annoying with that, to be honest.
Alright, well, and what do we...
Pretty much have to fucking get going, because I have 30 minutes in the morning, and that's it now. Fuck. Until this kid gets better.
He's been sick for a while, huh?
She's fuck, man. She's got acid reflux, and every time she eats, she's in fucking agony. So then what happens is she's up all night, we're up all night, and my older one, who's 14, and it's like busy central right now.
Hmm.
Like it's the time of year, and it's fucking snowing here. So, like, I don't know how
but if
it's
she,
snowing in March, but there's fucking snow outside, bro.
shit.
So like, it's just like shit.
Hey, but if she has acid reflux, dude, it usually has to do with the food she eats. Maybe
Yeah, but
her food's too
it's
acidic.
breast milk, bro.
Uh,
Yeah, and then like she's getting the sicknesses from my older one, so you gotta give her breast milk because it's got antibodies in it and stuff. So it's kind of like a bit of a clusterfuck.
yeah, that is kind of fucked.
But yeah, look into
Actually, I was looking at the tick charts. I think it's too much information for me.
that's fair. I've really learned to like them. I still have like my trading view stuff up in minute charts, but for like the consolidation that we're in, like right now, for example, it just I have a clear picture of where it will or won't potentially turn around.
Structure, huh? Yeah, maybe for consolidation. Are you saying like what?
So I wouldn't be surprised. This open was pretty muted too. Like the open was very rangy.
Yeah, Powell talking right now. It's not really doing shit either.
Yeah. You might not really get a good move until the afternoon.
So I want to go to sleep early today, so I don't want to fucking stay up till the afternoon.
Yeah, but you're at night. It's night for you, right?
Yeah, it's midnight.
Good God. You're probably better off going to bed before you do something stupid.
Well, I need to make at least $200 to $400 on this before I go to bed.
Are you trading? Oh yeah, I mean, you could switch to minis and do that relatively quick.
I know.
Relatively quick.
Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to do that. I was already up $200, but I made it without going live, so I decided to take another trade, and that trade would have paid very nicely, but I got stopped out 1 point before or 2 points before it dumped off that fucking cliff. So.
Yeah, I would look for it to blow off the top here.
Yeah, look at this. It just broke structure on the tick chart.
Yes, gotta get above 150 if it does that. Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with Micro's 30-day challenge.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Are you gonna? It's so hard, man.
It is, but that's what makes it good. Because once I do it, I'll be Gucci, man.
True.
Uh-oh. I might have just took a shit entry on this tick chart. No, I guess it doesn't really matter if it goes down a little bit on this tick chart. I was thinking it's like a 2-minute candle, like it's like a little bit of a pullback and then blast back up.
Yeah, it's you have to watch them for a minute, to get used to it.
Yeah.
And I honestly put it as, I don't have it as candles, I have it as the bars.
The bars.
Yeah, open, high, low, close.
Ah.
And I kind of like, I zoom it out where I'm not really looking at the individual candle of how it's painting. I'm looking at the swing points. That's really all I'm looking at.
Not wrong.
And I'm just looking for patterns from swing point to swing point. Is it? Like all I want to see on it is market structure and market structure shifts. And I've noticed that I will see them much sooner than I will on a normal chart. Like this morning, for example, at 6:34 and 51 seconds, it broke market structure for the little consolidation that it was heading down. But that was just a one bar in a 1 minute candle. So I already knew it was going to go up, and I entered preemptively for that break. But if I'm looking at the 1 minute chart, I wouldn't have known. I'd have to potentially go down. Even the 15-second is not as clean as the tick chart. I'd have to go to, not even the 5 second is clean. That's clean, in my opinion. Like where you really see high, low, high, low, high, low.
I literally just entered longs at the top. Spoke for a double top. This would be the long entry right here. Boom. That's okay. I'm just gonna keep holding, dude. I imagine we're gonna fucking go to 300, so it doesn't really fucking matter what this entry is.
Alright, boy. I'm gonna pick off my other key. I fucking hear her rummaging around, so.
Take it easy, Hugo. I'm
Alright.
gonna be sitting here in longs.
Peace.
Peace.
I don't think I haven't seen anything of what Pal has said yet.
Yeah, he's not really doing shit. This is his second day testifying in front of Congress. I don't even know why he's testifying in front of Congress, to be honest.
Yeah, I wonder if like the bulk of the like what he's gonna say was yesterday.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of scary because what if he just like accidentally slips up? Oh yeah, we're gonna have another rate raise. Market just tanks.
Fuck, dude. That'd be so bad. I'm in longs on both accounts right now. I think we're literally just gonna fucking slowly go up after all this bullshit is done right here. So I'm cool with just chilling and killing. But what's driving me nuts is these only 3 micros on Topstep XFAs. I'm thinking I might go back to a mini, but actually I've been doing decent with these 3 micros. It's just fucking hard to make money with only 3 micros. Like if I can do like 5 to 8, that would be like ideal. Like it's less than 1 mini, I could scale out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with 3 minis, I mean 3 micros, it's like I can't really scale out at all.
It really sucks that Topstep's
Conversion
like, ratio
rate.
fix for
Yeah.
the micro mini isn't until Q3, I think.
2024. Jeez.
Yeah. They
What's
have it on
everything
the
up first
roadmap on
quarter?
Topstep. Let me look at it real quick. So it says quarterly roadmap. Q3 2024, micro to minis 10-to-1 ratio.
5 more months probably. Till we get that. That's okay. I'll rock with 3 minis or 3 micros till then. Or we'll once fucking the profit goes up a bit, I start getting more access. Once I get access to 10 to 15 micros, I'll be cool with that, dude. If I'm steadily making a few $1,000s with that amount of micros on ETF, I'm sure I can do it on Topstep as well. We gotta get this breakout right here, though.
So I did receive email back. It is just like Velatis said that you have to pass during that window. So whatever their 1 day to pass window is, that's when you have to pass. He did just tell me the current thing is 3 days to pass, so you need to pass in 3 days.
See. Yeah, I'm definitely sticking with micros. I'm just gonna be chilling. We still caused some damage yesterday with micros. We made, what, 3 Gs? Then gave away half the profit, but still fucking made good money. So I'm cool with that. This should just be a fucking breakout of a day, right? And maybe it'll dick around some more, but I'm not seeing too much downside for the rest of the day. We already had our dump off a cliff that still fucking salty I missed, but But yeah, I think we're gonna be
Yeah.
Gucci here
Not
for
really seeing
fucking
anything.
300s.
I mean, it could be after Powell. Yeah, it's kind of all dependent on Powell, right?
I don't think he's gonna move the market
What
really.
are you doing on Forex Factory, bro?
So it doesn't work for me. Financial juice.
Oh, I guess we even figured out what plugin is not playing nice.
Yeah. Hey, do we have any other news that I might not be seeing? Natural gas
just have,
storage in
like,
15 minutes.
Fed Messer speaks at Fed Messer speaks in an hour 15, as well as U.S. 4-week bid high yield and bid to cover. Not much.
Bid high yield.
I'd say the next thing today is Fed Messer.
Hmm.
But I don't think Messer has a vote. Let me see.
I think he does. Because he's an orange folder. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't see why they would give him an orange folder if he doesn't have a vote, though.
Messer does have a vote, yeah. So that, whatever Messer says, could have weight as well.
Let's see what happens. I think we just pump it all fucking day, dude. No cap.
And then tomorrow, NFT.
I mean, if only I just held my longs from this morning, dude, I would have just been fine. Just sitting here this whole time. I probably would have been up. No, actually, I did. I mean, I probably made more money doing what I did. I was like fucking scalping highs and lows for a while over here. The longs. I pretty much always sold at the peaks. Shorted some of the peaks. Yeah, I did pretty fucking good on these accounts here today. But now we can just sit here and hold for 100 points is what I'm thinking. I think we tap all-time highs, maybe bounce off of it, but huh?
What does that MQ book map look like?
We just broke out here. Fucking finally. Let's go. Keep pumping this shit, baby. Bringing back our Topstep accounts from doing dumb shit that's open. We did have a sick knife catch. I just paper handed.
Chunk of liquidity on NQ at 18,250. So we'll see how that reacts if it wants to go up and grab it.
250. That's coming up real close.
$226. That's quite a bit for NQ.
Yeah. Yeah, today was a hell of a day. Maybe I might stop too early on this. Bum bum beat bum bum beat bum. I'm excited for trade day, dude. It's gonna be so cool.
You're done with that though, right? Like you're just getting your days.
Yeah. Well, no, today's my last day. I already did it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So I just need to get it tomorrow, and then I think it takes 5 days to get the live account. So I guess we still have quite a bit of time.
Yeah, I'm really
pullback.
not interested in taking another trade today unless ES happens to come down to 5,115. So I'm probably not going to get another trade today.
We already made some money, so fuck it.
Yeah.
That's cash money right there. Pay out on Topstep X. Ooh. Gee. $4 into 4K. Nika fucking getting 4K payouts from his $4 accounts.
Yeah, dude, I blew them all.
Oh, did you? I never even got the offer.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I've been on the struggle bus.
Yeah, that was me last month. Big time.
Still haven't quite gotten out of it. It's just like one day, like that's my issues right now. I'll do one day I lose my mind and it just goes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everything's just done.
Yep, that was Tuesday for me. Almost ripped all my shit. Man, are we just gonna come right back down? No, this is just a little pullback. We should just be continuing up for a hot minute, I would assume. How bullish our sentiment is. Pretty much all the news is out of the way. Powell's probably still speaking, but I don't think that matters all too much. That wick on the 5-minute though. It's about to close in 10 seconds. Wicking so fucking hard. Just to get ran. Let's fucking go, baby. I think it's fairly obvious we're getting to 300 today. But is it going to be in the afternoon or is it going to be sometime soon is what I'm trying to figure out. You already swept the low lick. Yeah, so I'm assuming it's going to be soon. AM session. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I felt like that pullback was the opportunity to get long.
Win 20K now. Hey, Luxack, and 19K tomorrow, I think, dude. Check this out. Check this out. Hit by 3/8/24 LFG 19K. It'll be tomorrow, boys. Let's fucking send it. I mean, if we break all-time high today, then we'll probably go a little bit past it, pull back a decent amount, and then tomorrow with NFP we just fucking rage. Is what I'm suspecting. But like Hugo said, they do like to fucking cuck everyone with NFP. But the past 2 times it's dumped off a cliff, so 1K week. Yeah, Nasdaq is going for 200 plus points a day. No, but Nasdaq is fucking around because it's been negative half the week, dude. And then in one day it makes like 2 G's, dude. Fucking Nasdaq is like a windfall trader, man. Loses half the time and then fucking makes 20 G's or fucking 300, 400 points in one day, dude. Fucking windfall trader. Nasdaq's a gambler, dude. Gambler. Whole month is bearish. Digital cocaine. Dude, we're gonna fucking rip here soon, dude. I mean, look at this shit. I wonder if it's gonna be one of those days where like rip, giant dump, rip it back up, giant dump. So it might take us like 8 hours to make 100 points, to go up 100 points.
Looks crazy on the daily. Just the market in general.
Yeah, recently, right? We haven't seen a fucking shit show like this in a long time, dude. It's been pretty consistent. And then we just have this clusterfuck over here. Which makes me think we're gonna fucking rip here soon, dude. ICT student. Oh man, I miss that guy though. I liked him. He messaged me the other day actually. I might start scalping this. Seems like we're getting a little rangy. Unless we break out on this next candle. I'm gonna get out at break even though if it comes to my entry, because this was just a fucking garbage entry. Next 5 minutes and fucking 40 seconds, and we have 2 doji 5 minutes. Yeah, okay, it's not a doji anymore in the 5 minute. Yeah, we should just be breaking out here. I don't think we're gonna actually range.
People are hitting the bid.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just a chilling fucking kill.
Rip it. Camp it.
Yeah, I should just fucking rip right here. Huh. Dude, I mean, look at this. 2 micros already up like $200. Yeah, New York is just fucking, it's pretty nice for micros, but London with micros is a little kind of annoying.
Low.
Hopefully we just rip up the fucking 300 with like 2 fucking 5 minute candles. 50 points a candle, boom, boom, boom.
Gotta get through 250 first.
I mean, we're dicking around at 230. 250 should be fucking a breeze. 235 was a big level for me.
I mean, that's probably part of the problem. There's not a ton of liquidity right here at 230, like 235 through 240. Pretty thin.
Yeah, I have this whole level from, I think that one day, I think this was our profit target for that short, remember? Where it went to after market close, remember? The day we made 7,500?
Oh shit.
We caught that drop. I think this is that level from that day.
Oh yeah.
That was our profit target.
Was that Friday?
Was it? No, I think it was Monday, no?
Maybe it was Monday.
I think it was Monday.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, it was this week because then Tuesday I got fucking steamrolled.
Same. Yep.
Yeah. Get that.
We don't want to talk about Tuesday. We have to acknowledge Tuesday. I don't want to talk about Tuesday.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it anymore. We'll just suppress it. We'll just add Tuesday into the PTSD bank and
Literally.
and that's it. I'm gonna try swinging these 2 contracts if we don't get stopped on the diamond hands.
To the moon.
Assuming we break all-time highs today, I'll be safe swinging them.
What is all-time highs on NQ?
300. 378.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
We're a ways.
Just 150 points. Not too bad. I think we get close to it. And we break it in Asia or
Yeah,
London
it's pretty
tomorrow.
close to all-time highs right now.
Ooh. So the market's by second. No second.
Yeah, it's about 5 points away.
What you? Yes, is 5 points away from all-time high. Jeez.
Yep.
Dixie's going a little pump. Nvidia gapped up hard as fuck, dude. Oh yeah, dude. ES is just ripping. Fuck me.
And I'm sad because I got long at 5,090.
Hmm. It is kind of fucked up. You had the bottom of the day. The literal bottom, dude. That's crazy. This isn't really like a nice channel, though. It's kind of like a sloppy channel. Hmm. I still think it's just a hold for the entire day, kind of day, though. I'm gonna get rid of this channel because it just doesn't look good. Not very helpful.
Okay, so if the economy, this was 16 minutes ago, but if the economy does as expected, we think carefully removing restrictive stance of policy will begin over course of this year.
Stance of policy of what? What policy?
The rate policy, right? So he is saying that as long as the economy keeps doing as expected, there will be rate cuts.
Oh.
The other thing he said a couple minutes ago is when rates are normalized, the underlying housing shortage will still put upward pressure on prices.
Mm. They just want people to buy houses. I think that's bullshit. They're trying to help the banks. Trying to get the banks to fucking make more money because of all those fucking bank runs. Trying to bail them out or some shit. I don't think there's a housing shortage at all. Along the top. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do here. It's really just chopping up, pull back. It might just be just a slow grind up all fucking day with pullbacks constantly. I'll probably start scalping. Fuck it. It's not gonna fucking rip up fucking 50 points in 2 seconds, then or in 2 minutes. Then what the fuck am I doing? Sitting through this bush.
What?
Big dirt. Yeah, I mean that's what they say in the U.S. too. But I mean, let's take a look at Zillow because last time I looked, there was fucking a shitload of houses. Chicago for sale. Let's see. And there's 5,501 results. The prices are just so jacked up, along with fucking just rates being ridiculously high that no one can afford houses. There's no shortage, so no one can afford it.
Well, they base that number off of how many housing. So when a house is built, they get a permit, right? New housing permits.
Mm-hmm.
That's really down, like in comparison to the average. So they're not. They're also comparing to new houses are a lot lower than the average.
Well, hold on, dude. V-Boy just said 250 people turned up to one of his rentals. Maybe there is a shortage. Fuck. Maybe there's a shortage of good houses. Doubled the rent. That's crazy. Shit, yeah, maybe there's just so many people looking for houses.
Can this go up? I literally don't see any liquidity. I mean, like, there's a little bit of liquidity, but 250, man, that's where the line is. I want to see what happens.
650 a week? You think there's gonna be a dump?
I mean, I don't know. That's liquidity, so never. I'm never gonna say yes or no in this market because
2,600.
I'm wrong.
2,600 a month isn't bad actually for a 3-bedroom townhouse, 15 minutes from the city. Take you 200 years to pay that off, bud. Nah, 200 months. Yeah. Two by 53, then divide by 12. No, I think I did that right. It'll be like 200 months for you to pay that off. So that's what, almost 20 years? Or in the meantime, you build equity. Or you could take out that equity, buy another house. Well, if you paid cash, then yeah, you could just take out equity right away. Powell, always printing. Thinking a pullback is coming. I'm just gonna bail for now. I'm gonna look for another re-entry. Just start scalping.
He's still speaking. Sorry.
Huh?
I think Powell's still speaking.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. I always buy stuff on credit, only credits. So you fuck up if you like, let's say someone steals your debit card and spends all your fucking money in your bank account, you're not gonna get that back. But if someone steals your credit card, they'll just give you the money back. Credit is ideal. I would never pay cash for anything. Always take out a loan or put it on credits. Sure, there's a little bit of interest, but fuck, you're protected.
No, I think once this is over and he's done speaking, this is gonna pick a direction and move.
And fucking rip, right? Do you know how long it's gonna be?
No, I'm listening to his next question right now.
Yeah, you could write off all the interest. Yeah, I like accumulating a shitload of debt. Not more than I can afford, but yeah, I'd rather not pay cash. I fucked up. I got out on a pullback. I don't want to short this though.
Wait, are you out?
Yeah, I fucking got out just like a second before I fucking ripped out. I thought for sure it was gonna be a pullback, but I got out on the pullback.
250, bro. 250.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still in on MFF. I mean, on ETF, but
He's about to go test it finally.
yeah, I'm gonna short 250.
Whoa. Let's see what happens.
You already put it in my head, bud. I'm doing it.
No.
I could just get back in. What, 12 points later? That's not bad. I did well longing the top all day today, so I'm just gonna do it again. And then I'll sell at 250. I'll sell 2. No, 1. Oh. Oh, just rip through both my profit targets. Wow. Oh, wait, my other one fucking didn't move. Oh, see, man, if I would have just fucking held it, I literally exited at a terrible time. But now I'm gonna short this. Because every time we get a fucking big old dildo, it just comes right back down. I'm not getting any fucking massive rips today for some reason. But we are definitely bullish. So I don't want to be holding this unless I fucking just fucking shorted right before a giant rip. I'm probably just gonna go for like the $300 mark and then fucking call it. No, actually, there's no reason not to just hold longs all day. Just fucking milk this shit. But I'm in shorts right now, so I'm not in position. Don't know if this was best idea, but we'll see. There's been pullbacks after every fucking giant dildo, so I'm assuming we come retest the 41 level. Curl back up. This is looking beyond bullish though. So I definitely want to get in longs. Can't believe I literally exited at the bottom before it fucking pumped up. That was just stupid. I missed out on what? 12 points? No, 16 points? But that's okay. It easily could have re-entered. I'm gonna stop at 265 if it gets up there. Might be switching back to a no pullback market. Yeah. ETF is still fucking killing it though. Let's go. Fucking choking on this Topstep account, dude. It's not good.
You don't?
And
Get
it's still,
out.
I fucking got out at the top too. Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this is giving me too many fucking FUs, dude. I just want to get my $200 and get the fuck out of this. Stop trading Topstep. And just hold my MFFU for fucking ever. I mean, my ETF. Why do I keep calling it fucking MFFU? That's crazy. I literally sold it at the top again. I was being an idiot. Not even a fucking level that I have mapped out either. Not Jinchai.
It's like you say it mean because anyone does understand.
I know, nobody knows what that means. Should just be scalping longs right now. Oh, might be pullback time though. No, let's go longs. For the up forever trend. Sit out for the rest of the day. I think just fucking sitting in longs for the whole day is not a bad idea. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you have fucking just ridiculous amounts of money, you don't need to do it, but it still protects your money because, I mean, worst case scenario, you fuck up your credit, right? But you don't lose any actual money. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it, at least. Long in the top is working, boys. LFG.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Why'd you get out of your long earlier?
I was just being a retard. I thought for sure it was gonna fucking pull back and then go back up. I was just looking for a better entry. Yeah, it was just a fucking thought I had, and I just went with it. But I mean, I still have my MFFU ones. I mean, I'm up $340 with 2 micros per account.
Yeah, no.
That's $1,000 right there again in profit. Like, this account's gonna fucking make bank, but their payout rules get me nervous. Especially with what fucking Hugo said. I'm gonna sell one right here just because I don't know if we're gonna be topping off of my entries kind of shit. Guess I'm gonna exit out completely for a pullback and re-enter. There should be a pullback coming. At least like a little one. I can re-enter on.
Seems like a lot of these questions are about housing.
Oh, you're actually watching Powell's thing? Where are you watching it at?
Financial Juice, like they always send a link so you can watch it live.
Oh, you bought it? You bought the
No, just it's just part of their free. It's right there.
Wow. Here's a little pullback.
It's in the chat if anybody else wants to listen to old people talk.
Shit, I missed my pullback. Fuck.
They're all much smarter than me, though.
Shit. I literally just missed my pullback. I literally just wanted to scrape up a few extra points, so I fucking missed it. Oh, but Definitely do not want to short this. Even though it looks prime for a short right now. Yeah, let's take a 2 micro short. Just for a little pullback to retest the trend line. That's not doing a big, decent sized pullback that I expected. Now let's see what's like on time. It's 5 minute. I expect to like wick down a little bit and doji in like 30 seconds. See? I could swing this into tomorrow. That's gonna be perfect. That way, this day's profit will carry over to tomorrow too, so I won't break that 40% consistency rule. Here's our pullback. It's gonna be bigger though. Still looks so bullish. There we go. I'm getting a little bit of a pullback. It's nice. Take one off right there. Let's take them both off. This will be our long entry again in a second. Oh my god, okay, it's pulling back a decent amount. Still so bullish, so we're gonna start scaling into longs here. This is pretty much our fucking other entry too. Just a hard trend test. I mean, this pullback is way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, we should just wick it right back up. We're in just such a stupid bullish market. This would have been a nice fucking short though. I got 12 points. Oh my god, instead I'm just getting ripped. It's been a really nice short. 30 points. Only got a third of that. Okay, we're still super bullish. Don't need to fucking take losses on pullbacks. Keep hodling. And that short plays decent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 18-3 is coming.
Did we pop? I think we popped all-time highs. Did we? Yeah. ES all-time highs.
ES
Swept.
broke all-time highs. Shit.
Yep.
That's why we're getting this pullback. If I would have known ES broke fucking all-time highs and rejected, I probably would have held my shorts a little bit longer. I only got 13 points instead of like almost 40. Nah, it's still like 30 points. You keep an eye on this ES boy. The dollar just loves dumping off cliffs, dude. It's so funny. It's doing exactly like what we thought. Pump up, big dump off, pump up. This is a really big dump, actually. Jeez. 50-point pullback. That's actually pretty standard. Definitely could have waited for a better long entry, though. We fucking got ourselves doing right there. I thought I was going to hold this super strong uptrend. Just bounce off there. Keep going. But now we might curl. We're so close to 300, which means we're only 70 points after that away from all-time high. I think all-time high is very doable today. I'll be right back though. If you love me, won't you say something? The what?
Two of the people asking the questions are arguing
Are they? This is even.
about like the time. You have 5 minutes. It's kind of funny. I'm not really sure where this guy's going with this though.
Wanna watch this?
I don't know how I would make the connection to Basel III. I'll say it's deeply troubling things, obviously, but again, you know, as your point was, if proven, and I mean, I think we have to decide Basel III on its merits, and we're not looking to the FDIC to lead this, by the way. We're looking at the Fed to do what the Fed thinks is right. That's what we're going to do. We don't look to, and they don't look to us to lead them.
Thank you, Chair Powell. Senator Butler is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Senator Butler is recognized.
Thank you so much, Chair and Chair Powell. Good to see you in person, and thanks for the time to talk. I want to pick up a little bit where Senator Smith was in relationship to housing affordability, and hopefully draw a little bit on the point that you were making about rents. It definitely is an important crisis in my state of California, and I know across the country. Where, at least according to the California Department of Housing and Urban Development, renters in San Diego are paying about 50% of what is, they're spending more than 50% of what is considered affordable. And statewide, the majority of renters, more than 3 million households, are spending more than 30% towards rent. Nearly 1/3, more than 1 in 5 million households pay more than 50% of their income towards rent. And the Chicago Fed President Goolsbee even referred to housing as a missing piece of the puzzle.
How'd you know what I was thinking?
In the Fed's path to lower inflation. So, to the continued conversation, and I know a point that you've made that about how inflation has a disproportionate impact on lower income households who are focused on spending more of their monthly budgets on housing. How is the Fed's monetary policy impacting the supply of affordable rentals?
I don't know that we're affecting the supply of affordable housing. If you think of affordable housing as something that's connected to some sort of government program, that's not our bailiwick. I mean, clearly interest rates do affect the affordability of housing, though.
And there was a key point that you made.
I'm gonna work out a little bit.
I think reference about and in your response to Senator Smith about the monetary policy in the calculation of rents. Can you just just briefly talk about that? I want to have one last issue I want to get to before I run out of time.
It's hard to talk about it briefly. It's actually very conceptually challenging to think about housing inflation. Do you include the costs of financing it? Do you include the sale prices? And the answer is we don't. We convert ownership into an imputed rent, and that's 2/3 of homes are owned. And then we actually measure rents. Leases only turn over once a year, so you look at market rents, and what's happening with newly signed leases may be very different from what was happening a year ago. So it's complicated, but the good thing is we understand all that, and we look through that. We look at housing services overall as one of the 3 important categories, along with non-housing services and goods inflation.
Thank you for that. In the line of affordability and housing, again, sort of very general, I think, to the broad monetary policy and state of our economy, and unique to California. And I raised this with Secretary Yellen when she was here as well. The insurance gaps that are presenting themselves due to the impact of climate change, and where 1 in 5 residents in California live in areas of that risk flooding in all 58 counties.
I'm not just a stock trader, I'm also a water trader. So when you're doing rental raises, I forget what they're called, but you want to hold at the top for 1, 2, 3, take that extra pump it, you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, it's good. You hold, really good. Fucking hard
Talk to
though.
me about or share with us how it is what you think the impact might be of this sort of protection gap in insurance coverage on the overall stability of financial institutions in the broader economy.
So it is clear that insurance of various different kinds, housing insurance, but also automobile insurance and things like that.
Time for goblet squats because we don't skip leg day.
Over the last few years. And it's to do with a million different factors. It's nothing that we control from a regulatory or supervisory standpoint. In the longer term, companies are withdrawing from writing insurance in some coastal areas, and you got to think 10 years from now, how are you going to get housing insurance? And maybe the government will have to step in, but it's a significant issue.
Thank you, Chair Powell.
Thank you.
For those supersets.
Senator Vance of Carolina is recognized.
Thanks, Mr. Chair, and my gratitude to you and the ranking member for doing this hearing. And thank you, Chairman Powell, for being here. It's good to see you again. I think these hearings are always very important. Actually, gives us an opportunity to provide some oversight to what's going on at the Fed and better understand some of the things that you guys are doing that affect our constituents. Now, I wanted to sort of focus on the Basel III regulations, Chairman Powell, and specifically the way that they have. There have been various proposals to sort of draw them down to
Bad office
to
jokes,
sort of
sexual
regional
innuendos.
banks. To just go back to sort of one of the most significant crises, obviously, in our banking sector, of course, the collapse of SVB and First Republic. You and I have spoken in private and I believe in public, but one of the concerns that I have is when we talk about increasing capital requirements on the banks. If the banks were under higher capital requirements in the run-up to the crisis, there's maybe an argument that SVB, for example, would have bought more long-term bonds, which would, of course, would expose their balance sheet to even more Treasury bond risk, and that, of course, would have maybe hastened the collapse of SVB. And I guess I want to start here with, when we talk about, some of the Basel regulations. What was the original intent? In other words, what was the original sort of proposal for which banks would fall under those regulations and which would escape them?
You mean this time around, or earlier on?
This time around.
So
Usually these are nice, but they're really boring. Literally just sit here and hold longs all day.
Well, there's four categories of banks, including the G-SIBs, and this is down through the fourth category. The proposal that's out there now, I think, does extend to category 4 as well as 3, 2, and 1.
So what's
Rip to our sick short play
what's
though.
the minimum assets under management that you guys have proposed in the current Basel regulations?
100 billion.
100 billion. And so that sort of gets to my concern here, because I know there's some discussion about whether you apply them at $700 billion of AUM or $100 billion of AUM. And maybe you could just sort of walk me through that decision process at the Fed, where you guys are, and what would sort of justify drawing down from a $700 billion threshold to a $100 billion threshold.
So there's the G-SIBs, there's the 8 identified G-SIBs, and then there's one category too, I guess, and then there's the big regionals, and those tend to be well-known big regional banks, and they're category 3, and one of them's a 2, I guess, but they have different tailored level of regulation. And then category 4 had significant tailoring, and the question is, we have to ask the question, since SVB was a category 4, we've got to ask the question, what if anything needs to be changed in the way they were regulated, supervised from a capital liquidity standpoint. So there was tailoring all the way down, and then below 100, of course, those are community banks, and that's a different regime as well. This makes sense. We want to have a diverse banking sector. That's a great benefit to our country, and very unusual for an advanced economy. So it's something we want to absorb.
Yeah, I'm sure Chairman Powell, just to put this on the record, I mean, a lot of the commercial lending, a lot of the real estate lending, a lot of consumer lending, about half of that lending, consumer lending is provided by the regional banks. I believe Huntington, my home state of Columbus, is the #1 SBA lender in the entire country. So these, to your point, I think these do provide incredibly important benefits to our economy. And you hear a lot of people talk about the American economic miracle, and I do wonder if part of that is because we don't have the same type of financial system that has sort of dominated in Western Europe and other first world economies. I'm curious, in the process
Nice,
of
dude.
amending the
That's
Basel
$5,900.
I mean, have you guys made a decision about where to set the threshold yet, and when do you expect to set that threshold?
We haven't made any final decisions. We put out for proposals some months ago, and we've gotten a lot of comments, as I'm sure you're aware. We're chewing through those and testing them, and we're just beginning now to sit down and talk about the changes that will appropriately make to the original proposal.
And when do you expect to sort of issue a final proposal?
I think it's going to take some time. I think it's more important to do it right than it is to do it fast. My guess is we'll get through this and be done over the course of this year, but it could be faster than that, it could be slower than that.
So I'm wondering, just being mindful of time, I have about 30 seconds left. Would you be willing to commit to say that in the process of amending, the Fed will remove the regional bank drawdown and limit Basel's application directly to the G-SIBs or $700 billion or above?
I can't get that specific at this point, but we're clearly looking at the whole payroll issue.
I appreciate that. And again, I just repeat, Chairman Powell, given what actually happened with the banking sector with SVB and First Republic, I just encourage you guys not to apply regulation that doesn't actually solve the underlying problem. And I fear that if you apply this to banks of $100 billion and above, you actually are doing just that. So with that in mind, I'll yield. Thanks, Mr. Chair.
Thanks, Senator Vance. Senator Tester of Montana is recognized.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman Brown, and thank you for being here, Chair Powell. We appreciate your work in a difficult situation, but I think you've done a really good job, and so thank you for that. Look, at success at the Fed on your mandate for strong employment, stable prices is critical for small businesses on Main Street, for farmers, for ranchers, for Montana families. You follow all the metrics. From your perspective, where is the economy at now, and where's it going?
You know, the economy is growing at a healthy, sustainable, solid, strong pace, and that's one thing. Second thing I'd say is the labor market is very strong and quite tight still. 3.7% unemployment for the last 24 months. That's the longest period since 50 years. And the third thing is inflation. Inflation was too high. It's come down very sharply since the beginning of last year. If you look at the 12-month number, the headline number has come down from the 5s down to 2.4, and the core number is at 2.8. I think it was at 4.9 a year ago. So
Inflation's doing pretty well, huh?
So we're in a very different place.
Skyrocket here? Yeah, I think so
We're
too.
gonna use our tools to try to keep that strong
This
economy,
fucking
keep that
moon.
strong labor market while we continue to make progress on inflation.
One of the areas where there has been inflation, and I don't exactly know where it's at now, but food rose quite quickly. And by the way, I'm a farmer. We didn't get much of that. In fact, we didn't get any of it. Prices now compared to what they were a year ago are actually off. Compared to what 6 years ago, they're up. But compared to what a year ago, they're down. And so my question to you, Chairman Powell, is there anything you can do specifically to deal with food costs?
So as I'm telling a farmer's business, but if you look at the food cost to the consumer, part of that is commodity costs, and that was partly spiked because of Ukraine, grains and oil and that kind of thing. But the rest of it is a lot of costs in the supply chain, from when it leaves the farm to get collected and processed and trucked around and then put on the shelves and then the stores. All those costs are just part of the general economy. So as the labor market cools off from its overheated status 2 years ago, you will see, and you have seen, food inflation flattening out. And so, the really high rates of inflation have come down. The prices, of course, have not.
Correct. I would just say that cattle's doing better. Grain actually has dropped in price at the farm gate, and I don't want to get into that debate with you at all because we probably agree, but it'd take too long, take too much time. We got other stuff to talk
I'd
about.
be learning from
You've discussed in previous hearings the impacts that the pandemic, shutdowns, and supply chain issues have had on economies globally. How does the U.S. economy look today compared to our competitor nations, particularly China?
Well, I start with the advanced economies. We're doing the best of anybody. We've got the strongest growth and the lowest inflation of the advanced economies. China is a whole different story. China's having, significant difficulties with its economy right now, and they're in a very different place than certainly we are.
And so, to repeat that, what I heard you say is that the economy of the United States is basically in better shape than any other economy in the world?
Any other major economy? Yes.
Yes. Okay. Look, one of the other challenges is housing in communities all across this country, whether you're in Montana, whether you're in a city in Ohio, workforce housing in particular is a top priority, top commodity, so to speak. Plenty of folks, great organizations are working to address this. I meet them every day, and I appreciate the work they're doing. But how do these housing supplies issues show
Let's
up in
fucking moon
data
it.
that the FOMC uses to make decisions?
So housing prices don't go into the data. Housing starts and renovations and things like that are just business activity, and that shows up. But when it comes to inflation, we convert ownership into an imputed rent, and then we look at rents. And so we look at that.
Fuck
We look
yeah.
at all that. So we're not directly affected by changes in housing prices, but over time those will drive rents up.
So is it fair to ask, are there economic trends that you see for housing?
Yes, there's two big things going on. One is we have this underlying shortage of housing, and it's due to things like difficulties of zoning. A lot of the close in to cities, places are already built, and so more difficult to get zoning, more difficult to get people and materials and all that. That's one thing. That's
You guys know what the definition of insanity is? Is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. That is the definition of insanity. So sure, you might fuck up once, might fuck up twice. You do it a third time, the same mistake, you're borderline insane.
Chairman Powell, for your work. I very much appreciate it. Thank you, Chairman Brown.
Thanks, Senator Tester, Senator Kramer of North Dakota.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chairman Powell, good to see you. Thank you for being here. It's been a rather uneventful couple of days for you, considering you've spent 2 days in this place. And I'm not going to upset that, but just so you know. But I did appreciate your response earlier to Senator Scott when he asked about immigration. You said the Fed hasn't been assigned that. So I want to bring up something else you haven't been assigned to that you and I talked about over the years, and that, of course, is climate. The role of climate in your job, the role of climate risk in banking. And you've often said, I think the most common statement was, we should stick to our knitting. I think it's one of yours. Stay in our lane. Similar to what you said probably to Senator Scott. But that said, in October, the Fed, the OCC, the FDIC issued climate guidance, as you know, for management of covered institutions. And so I'm just kind of curious, did Congress somewhere along the line give the Fed authority over climate policy as well, or is that another one of those things that somebody just took on? And I realize you're not the dictator of the Fed, only the chairman of the Fed, but I'd be interested
in the wrong one.
Chairman, your views on it.
Our assignment is the safety and soundness of banks, and that they understand and can manage the risks that they face. That's our assignment. And we said in climate world we would do two and only two things. One of them was to do illustrative stress scenarios, not stress scenarios, climate scenarios, so that the banks are already doing this. The large banks who are subject to this, they're already doing it because they're doing business internationally and they don't have any choice. So we said we'd do that, and we also said that we'd offer guidance on not on level of climate risk or anything like that, just on what you had to do to be in a position to assess. And that's, for my thinking,
There it is.
That's what we're doing. And we're not doing it. There are no new initiatives. We're not going to change our capital requirements to reflect climate risk or anything like that. I'm really determined that we are not a climate policymaker, and that is really the business of elected officials.
Very good, thank you. I'm going to bring up one other topic. I don't know if it's been brought up today, and that's central bank digital currency. I think a lot of my friends out there, I think there's some, I know there's some confusion. I mean, I'm easy to confuse, but there are a lot of people that get confused about what is meant by the administration's, admonition to continue researching, experimenting, looking at some sort of, central bank digital currency. I think people back home look at that and go, oh my gosh, they're going to control this now. And could you maybe just differentiate a little bit what people think of in terms of a Bitcoin or their held digital currencies versus what a central bank digital currency, who, in my view, should emulate cash, right? It still should be about the dollar, not about some different kind of currency. Could you just sort of help people back home better understand why they shouldn't be quite so frightened?
First of all, I want to say that we're nowhere near recommending or let alone adopting a central bank digital currency in any form. But the idea is that as technology has evolved, money has become digital. So, but the government doesn't issue digital money. It's digital. If you look at your bank account, people don't hold those physical dollars. They're digital. So the thought was that the government could create a digital form of money that people could then transfer among themselves. Now, of course, that raises a concern that if that were a government account, that the government would see all your transactions, and that's just something we would not stand for or do or propose here in the United States. That is how it works in China, for example. But that's not what if we were ever to do something like this, and we're a very long way from even thinking about it, we would do this through the banking system. The last thing we would want, the Federal Reserve would want, would be to have individual accounts for all Americans, or any Americans for that matter. Only the banks have accounts at the Fed. And that's the way we're going to keep it. So it's just really, it's a question of following technology as it evolves and in a way that serves the public better. People don't need to worry about a central bank digital currency. Nothing like that is remotely close to happening anytime soon.
That was very helpful. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Chairman. Senator Cortez Masto of Nevada is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chairman Powell, great to see you again. Thank you for all of your good work. I want to talk a little bit about the commercial real estate and what's happening there. The Financial
He was gonna
Stability
crawl in.
Oversight Council's 2023 annual report identified commercial real estate as a financial risk. And the Fed's monetary report also noted commercial real estate prices continue to decline, especially in the office, retail, and multifamily sectors. I'm especially concerned that because of the low levels of transactions in the office sector, prices have not yet fully reflected the true decline in the value. So can you expand on the emerging risk the Federal Reserve has identified in the commercial real estate market, one? And then I'm curious, can you discuss the compound risks identified in commercial real estate lending, particularly at banks with large CRE concentrations and high fractions of uninsured deposits?
Sure. Let me see. I think there are just very, very few transactions in commercial real estate right now, particularly in the troubled areas. So it's not a question of prices still falling. It's a question that you don't have that kind of price discovery. You just have to assume that the prices are very low and have come down a lot. So on commercial real estate, we have a secular change in people working from home. This is one big part of it. That means that in many cities, the downtown office district is very underpopulated. There are empty buildings in many major and minor cities. It also means that all the retail that was there to service the thousands and thousands of people who work in those buildings, they're under pressure too. And banks will have made loans to many of those buildings. Not all of them, but many. So this we've known for some years. And so what do? We have identified the banks that have high commercial real estate concentrations, particularly office and retail, and other ones that have been affected a lot. We identify them, and we are in dialogue with them around, do you have your arms around this problem? Do you have enough capital? Do you have enough liquidity? Do you have a plan? You're going to take losses here. Are you being truthful with yourself and with your owners? And so we've been working with them, and so for some time we've been doing that. And this is a problem that we'll be working on for years more, I'm sure. There will be bank failures, but this is not the big banks. If you look at the very big banks, it's not a first order issue for any of the very large banks. It's more, smaller and medium sized banks that have these issues. We're working with them. We're getting through it. I think it's manageable is the word I would use, but it's a very active thing for us and the other regulators. And it will be for some time.
Do you have concerns? Let me just ask you this: as you're talking with these small and medium-sized banks, because
So I have to do this like this guy, right?
I knew you were fucking doing something, you sneaky little baby.
How this is going to impact the financial sector, and are you prepared and trying to address that and prevent that from happening?
How many
So we also reached out to banks that have high concentrations of uninsured deposits.
20?
Oh my God!
and
You want me to use
particularly uninsured
20?
deposits and a lot of commercial real estate in the office
It's like
sector.
half
So
of my weight.
No, that's not
aware of that
20.
issue.
Okay.
Just
I think it's
trying to
like
stay
10 or
ahead of that
12.
on a bank-by-bank basis.
Kinda.
Too light?
Okay,
And so far, we've been able to do that.
thank you. Let me jump to another issue that has been on my radar. The Federal Housing Finance Agency's report on the federal home loan banks concluded the distinction between the FHL bank's role and that of the Federal Reserve discount window as lender of last resort,
Is it heavy?
especially during times of market stress.
No.
During the 2023 banking
Yeah,
turmoil, we
I
saw
have
banks
maybe
rely
like
on advances from the federal home loan banks and didn't even have relationships with the Federal Reserve to use this discount window. You've talked a little bit about this
Come on.
with Senator Warner, but how is the
Here.
Federal Reserve working with the federal home loan
Ah, fuck yeah, we're back at where we started the day on these accounts.
Fed's discount window prior
We're almost at $3,500 on the day on ETF. With this breakout,
From the federal home loan banks to the Fed So we need to have smooth transfer. We need to be in good touch with them. Even more
400.
important than that, though, is that
We
banks,
can go.
any
We can
bank in the
go
United
high
States,
today.
needs to be
Assuming we
able to
break out
understand
here.
the window, know how
Seems
to
like it's inevitable though.
access it, be able to access it, have appropriate collateral, have control of that collateral. You know, in many cases, it was incredibly inefficient and
Using 8
took
minutes.
a long time for banks to actually.
Great Mester's coming to speak.
Federal home loan banks are actually ahead of us in technology. We know that we need to really invest.
Great
in
Mester just blows the
technology,
top off here.
modernize the discount window, and also we need to do more.
It's getting a little annoying.
To get our
Got a
banks,
better
all of
entry and
them,
held that short a little bit longer with golden, but
in a way that they can use it quickly.
yeah, if it just keeps on ranging, it's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Cortez Master Senator Haggerty of Tennessee is recognized.
Thank you, Chairman Brown.
There we go.
Under your tenure, Mr. Chairman,
The fucking moon.
taking the stance that the 2%
Yes,
inflation
right.
target shouldn't be viewed as a snapshot in time, but rather it needs to be achieved, quote, sustainably. When inflation was running well above the 2% target back in
There we go.
2021 and early 2022, the Fed was patient and allowed rates to offset the below target inflation that had occurred in years
I don't
prior.
think I need to sell one.
It
We
strikes
just
me as
hold
odd
literally
now
everything.
While we're still well above target inflation, and have been well above for the prior year, markets seem to expect the Fed to immediately.
What's our target here?
Even before we've reached the 2%.
I'm thinking it's all-time highs.
My question is this: if
That's
the
another
inflation
pivot
rate
point though.
reaches 2%, would
338.
that be considered a return to the target rate on a
Okay.
sustainable basis, or is it still the case that inflation would need to more or less overcorrect to well below 2% before the Fed
I like 338. That's
makes
cool.
rate cut adjustments?
We'll sell one right before
It would
that.
take us a while to really get comfortable that inflation had sustainably at 2%. But that's not our test for.
Oh, I meant on MFFU. Topstep, I just want to hold
Interest rates
forever.
right now are well under restrictive territory. They're well above neutral. And we
Sell
said
one
we would
right
not wait
there,
for
yeah.
inflation
It
to
seems
get
like a
to 2%,
pretty
because if you wait that, monetary
pretty
policy
important zone right there.
lags.
Should see our
So
next
we've said,
bounce pullback.
for years that we would start
Yeah, my
restoring
dude.
the federal funds.
I am
rate to
out
almost neutral
for now.
You're still holding, or you're out already?
No, yeah, I'm not. I don't see anything I'm super interested in. I'm not in position, so
Oh, but
I feel
you.
like the
So-
longer I sit here, the longer I'm gonna start doing stupid things.
Yeah. Literally just holding longs is the move right now. But after this trade, you want to play some CS2?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
Alright, dope, yeah. I'm probably just gonna get out of everything at 335 here. It's in 40 points, 45 points. So this next bull run up should do it. Assuming it pumps pretty fucking hard. I don't see why it won't.
Far from neutral.
I think the thing that he just said was kind of important. I expect there to be bank failures from CRE, but not big banks. They're more small and medium-sized banks with biggest exposure.
Not the case, and we acted.
And you don't see that same abrupt dynamic coming the other way. You're more comfortable.
No, I think
I think the market really gives a shit.
which is we're waiting to see. We're waiting to become more confident.
Bitcoin didn't even care about the crypto when he mentioned it.
Confidence, and we're not far from it. It'll be appropriate to begin to dial back the level of restriction so that we don't, drive the economy into recession.
The dollar dipped a little bit though, I think, when he mentioned that.
Can we go to the balance sheet?
It didn't really do anything.
A dramatic expansion.
He's not really saying anything new, I think. I think he's just going over bullshit.
Nothing. Like that's the thing. It's like nothing. Nothing is really. It's the same information being regurgitated over and over and over.
Yeah.
The Fed is attempting to reduce its footprint. And the
I kind of just a waste
Like,
this
we
fucking.
know for sure that there is going to be an issue with housing, whether inflation comes down, or sorry, whether they, interest rates come down or not. There's going to be an issue long term, and they're still committed to dealing with it over the course of the year.
Yeah, that's no surprise.
And
We're dealing with
market
it.
goes to the moon.
Market inflation is half of what it used to be. That's the only really good news I heard. I didn't even know inflation was pretty much cut in half from 12 months ago. Hopefully it says something that just launches Bitcoin on a fucking monster bull run. I mean, not Bitcoin, on a NQ. I mean,
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
the dollar's falling off a cliff right now.
I'm pretty sure Bitcoin is on a 67,450 right now.
Yeah, I'm minus 1,600 on it right now. I'm still holding my short from yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna dip a lot more, but it literally just basically did the same thing all day, for the entire day now.
I think it's all about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to dictate, like, if NFP comes out and it's shit, we'll have a pullback, right?
On Bitcoin or on what are you talking about? Bitcoin or NQ?
Well, everything. I mean, Bitcoin's going to follow. If the market has a down day, Bitcoin's going to have a down day.
Think so?
Oh, like if you look at the daily compared to the Nasdaq daily on Bitcoin.
Dude, Bitcoin's so fucking bullish though. Look at this shit.
Yeah, it is.
It's at 26K, October 15th. October, that was 5 months ago, jeez. Bitcoin is just fucking bullish as hell all the time. And then Q just fucking doing a little dump action.
Yeah, I remember when I got into crypto and I got into trading, pretty much, I mean, kind of all around the same time. Like, the reason why I got into trading was from crypto.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember, like, I just vividly remember I was holding Dogecoin, right? Hold till $1.
Yeah.
Hold till $1.
What's it at right
And
now, Dogecoin?
I vividly remember, like, in the gym that night. I'm in the gym, and Elon Musk was just on SNL. And I remember just before Elon Musk goes on SNL, it spiked to 70 cents. And I was like, I'm not selling for nothing. Hold till $1.
Yeah.
I'm in hands. Never saw 70 cents again.
Ooh. What is Dogecoin at right now? Do you know?
No idea. I'm so like PTSD from it, I don't even want to look at it.
Yeah. I
Like,
think
the
like a
thing is,
Doge.
that's after it went to 70 cents, I started buying and it started going down.
Yeah. Oh, it's only at 15 cents. Oh, wow. Holy fuck, dude. Yeah, that's crazy.
Day, dude, that day, I was
74
sitting in the
cents.
gym at it was like 8 o'clock. SNL was about to go on. Right there.
May of 21. Jesus. Just madness, dude. And how much were you up?
I mean, again, for somebody that, like, I had a few thousand in Dogecoin at the time, so I think I was over double, because my average was like, I was well over average, but I started averaging it every week, and the run up, I think my average was around 30 cents, so I was up over double. I could have sold for like 8,000. I think I had 4,000 in it. Could have sold for 8,000, so I would have made 4,000. And instead, I let it go negative, and I lost it all.
No, really?
Yeah, I never sold. And then because my crypto was on Voyager and Celsius, it all got locked away in there, like when they went under.
Oh no, dude.
So I lost. So I had Ethereum, I had Bitcoin, I had Polygon Matic that all I lost that got locked away in the Celsius and the Voyager when they went under.
But you should get it back, no? By now, I keep
Yeah,
on getting emails from
you
Voyager.
got back. So like when the market was at its lowest, that's when they did their filings, right?
Uh-huh.
So they gave back literally everybody like 15% of the value during like July when the market was at its lowest. So I got like nothing back. I got like $100 in crypto back.
Oh my god.
They screwed so many people. I think that's the thing that like makes me like I'm not touching crypto because of that.
You gotta use MetaMask. They can't do that with MetaMask or a cold
Yeah.
storage.
You have to like keep it fucking actually decentralized
Yeah.
off of an exchange.
Yeah, cold storage is like essential. The
See, I mean,
ledger.
it's like the same thing with FTX. I didn't have anything in FTX, but a lot of people lost a lot of money in FTX.
Yeah. Fucking rolled. Damn, dude. So Voyager and Celsius or whatever fucking made a killing, dude.
Yeah,
Because
dude.
they're probably still holding all your
They're probably
crypto.
still sitting on a shit ton of crypto that is worth a ton right.
Yeah. Yeah, they made a fucking fortune, dude. You need ES to keep on ripping, dude. Sucks that it broke all-time high and NQ didn't. NQ's basically waiting on fucking ES to become super bullish. Might be right
We're
here,
just talking
though.
about sideways now for like a good hour almost, right?
Yeah, it's gonna slow crawl up for like 40 minutes, yeah. Ah, fucking my trade's about to go red, too, on Topstep. Thought for sure we're gonna get a decent breakout, not a fucking little double top right there. I might just take that $200 and fucking walk away. I have such a shitty entry here. I could just keep MFFU. I mean, again, dude. I can just keep ETF and walk away.
Yeah.
But Topstep, I can't just leave it.
My dogs out so we can gain a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be back in a bit.
As we'll send that shit.
Peace.
Peace. Yeah, this next pump up. I mean, I'm assuming this is just a pullback. This next pump up, we'll just get out. It makes sense just to hold it for most of the day, but all I really want is $200, which we pretty much already have. This next rip up should be pretty significant. Assuming ES breaks out, which it looks like it's going to. It already swept low liquidity, hit everyone's stops, so now it should just fucking rocket. It's the good news and bad news about micros. You don't make that much money, but you can literally just hold it forever. And as long as you have the trend right, you're gonna make money eventually. Unless Powell's ass says something stupid.
Montanans are continuing to see the impacts across the board from inflation that's been brought on by the policies of this administration and by colleagues across the aisle. And I commend you for the job you have done in trying to rein in inflation, and I encourage you to continue the fight despite political pressures you may face. Last time I checked, it's going to get a little more political on here between now and I'm also encouraged, contrary perhaps to my colleague from Massachusetts, I'm encouraged by your comments yesterday that there will be broad changes to the Basel III proposal, which, as it's currently proposed, would have significant detrimental impact to credit cost and availability to small businesses. And lastly, I commend your answer yesterday that the Fed is not a climate agency, and considering the impact of climate change is not a factor in achieving your given mandate,
congressional mandate of maximum employment and stable prices. Mr. Chairman, I recently joined many of my colleagues in writing to you about my concerns about the long-term debt proposal that would mandate regional banks issue new long-term debt. I'm concerned that this will have a disproportionate impact on smaller regional banks, as they're required to hold their long-term debt at both the parent holding company and insured depository bank levels. Could you
Should be
explain
a
how
fucking
this
rip up right here.
aligns with the tailoring requirements set forth in the financial reform bill that we passed back in 2018, Senate Bill 2155?
So that a longer term debt proposal aligns with that. So first of all, that's been out for comment on that one. Comments are in. We're reviewing it. So I don't want to say too much, but the theory of it in the first place was that those banks are not subject to the living will process to the extent that the GSIBs are. And this was sort of meant to be a middle step to make them more resolvable without imposing all of the burdens that we impose on the GSIBs to have very elaborate resolution plans. So that was the thinking. I think on the calibration of it and all that, we have voluminous comments. We're looking at them, and we'll make an assessment and move forward as appropriate.
Well, thank you. And I know our smaller regional kind of banks would be happy to hear that thoughtful deliberation, Mr. Chairman. Understandably, you've had to raise interest rates to fight the fires of inflation brought on by reckless Democrat spending. However, a major side effect of that is the impact the rising rates are having on the cost of servicing the out-of-control national debt. Senator Haggerty alluded to this a bit in his questioning minutes ago. Looking at CBO reports, interest payments on our debt will increase 32% this year and will now exceed spending for the entire Defense Department. I have significant concerns, many do here in Washington, many Americans do, that we eventually reach a point where fiscal policy and monetary policy converge, meaning that the Fed would ultimately have to worry about the impact rate setting would have on government debt, or even potentially the risk of a default. Chairman Powell, I know fiscal policy is not in your purview, but could you ever foresee a situation where fiscal irresponsibility snowballs to a point that the Fed would have to factor this into its decision making?
I think we're a long way from that, and that's a real that's a terrible place to be. That's a place where some poor emerging market countries have found themselves over the years. For the United States to get that point, I think it's unlikely, but I do think that, and it's not our business, we should stay out of this fiscal business, but I'll say what other
We're just gonna go straight up here.
We really need to get back to that discussion about fiscal
Finally got our
sustainability.
little bullshit pullbacks.
And both sides
Doing
need to
exactly
do
what we
the kinds
thought.
of
It's
things
fucking
that
pump
have
up,
happened
pull back,
can
pump
only
up,
be
pull
done on a
back.
bipartisan basis. And
Now
so
we might just get our
I
fucking
really hope
straight
that we
run
get
up
back
to
a
all-time
place
highs
where
though.
those discussions are happening again.
I've heard from a number of stakeholders about upcoming changes to liquidity regs, including a new ultra-short-term liquidity requirement. As with any policy decision, establishing the facts matters. It's important that financial regulators have a complete, thorough understanding of the financial environment before
Some
releasing
guy
a
named
draft
Jared just called me regarding the Chicago White Sox.
My question is, what do you believe
Okay,
is a
Jared.
sufficient time period?
So you want to buy a billboard of the Chicago White Sox for $10,000 for one day?
Sound and reasonable liquidity requirements.
That is a great question, and one we're struggling with, particularly with all the other things that are going on.
It's only $10,000 an hour.
And this is in response to Silicon Valley Bank. We're looking at some liquidity innovations, and we're asking ourselves, what form should that take, and how long should it be out for comment, and that sort of thing. We're not ready to do that yet, but that's the question we're asking.
Follow-up question, I'm finished, Mr. Chairman. Will you confirm that prior to the Federal Reserve issuing any new liquidity requirements, it will first conduct all necessary data collection that would allow for meaningful analysis of all potential policy options?
And please keep your answer short, Mr. Chairman.
Maybe.
No, that's very short. Thank you.
I can't. We can talk about this more, but I don't want to make a really specific commitment like that without talking to people who are, carefully in touch with this. But that is the right thought. Thanks, Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Fetterman from Pennsylvania is recognized. Well, he got here last.
No.
So, although if Senator Warnock sits down the next 5 seconds, he's next. So, Senator Warnock, are you ready, or you want to go to War 5? You're all so generous with each other. Senator Fetterman's recognized. All right. Senator Warnock is recognized from Georgia.
Thank you, Chairman Banks. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Banks spending on buybacks is rising again,
So gonna keep chopping around?
and their consumers.
I don't think so. This should be where this fucking rockets off, right?
Interest rates are high. Yet
ES isn't doing it, but
depositors, ordinary working families, working people with bank accounts. Not a lot of money.
there's no way it's gonna be just another inch up, right? It should be a boom, boom, boom. Right up to what's our level?
I'm concerned when banks don't increase the interest rate.
338.
Families are losing out on dollars.
Or so a little bit below it.
In their pockets. Again, they don't have the kinds of portfolios that some of the folks in this room would have. Is that good for the economy? And are you concerned that banks under your supervision are doing this?
Are not paying sufficient.
That's correct.
That's a question I haven't heard. Of course, they have the option of putting their money in money market funds, and banks compete with each other. But I'll be happy to look into that. I hadn't heard that concern.
Yeah, and I think it is worth taking a look at. Many lower-income individuals and families, again, they don't have some of the sophisticated products yet. Money markets are available, but we saw high interest rates and that not being reflected in what depositors are able to benefit from. Could those individuals and families benefit from a high interest rate on their deposits?
Sure. And it's for a long time. We had a lot of mail from people at the Fed to the Fed saying, you should raise interest rates because we're not getting anything on our checking accounts. So we solved that problem.
I don't think we're asking for that, but given the reality, the question. So let me pivot. The monetary policy report states that while demand for housing has fallen, the strong labor market has kept prices high. That matches what I've been seeing in Georgia. Too many folks can't afford a home. According to the monetary policy report, mortgage rates were averaging around 7% last month. That's tough for lower income home buyers.
I don't know if I want to fucking sit through all this chop.
Can be the difference between owning a home or not.
Yeah, alright, whatever. We'll take our $200 day. Oh my god, we're only at 143.
Stubbornly high prices.
Oh shit.
What it means for folks trying to buy a home. And what do you think is driving these high prices?
The housing market is
This is
in a very
fine.
challenging situation right now. You have
Just
this
gotta look to
longer
get back in
run
longs
housing
here.
shortage, but at the same
might be
time,
it,
you've got
actually.
a bunch of things that have to do with the pandemic and the inflation and our response to higher
Let's
rates.
see.
So you have a shortage of homes available for
Yeah.
sale because many people are living in homes with a very
Alright,
low rate
Chihuahuas, we
mortgage
held that for a
and can't afford to
fucking hot
refinance,
minute.
so they're not moving, which means the supply of regular existing homes that are for sale is historically low and very low.
Really, we just need like
That actually pushes up
$100.
prices of other existing homes and also of new homes.
Just right back
because
up
there's not
there.
enough supply. The builders are busy, but they're running into all kinds of supply issues still around zoning and workers and things.
Yeah,
like
we'll just
that.
get right back in.
So it's quite challenging.
Scalpy,
And
just a little
rates are high,
pullback.
So people who are buying, a lot of the buyers are cash buyers or are able to actually pay without a mortgage because mortgages are expensive. I will say the first problem, the longer run problem, supply is a longer run problem. The other problems associated with low rate mortgages and high rates and all that, those will abate as the economy normalizes and as rates normalize. But we'll still be left with a housing market nationally where there's a housing shortage.
There's no question with the supply issue and this issue of high prices, lack of supply of course, disproportionately impacts some communities more than others. According to the Monetary Policy Report, the employment rate for the black prime age labor force, that is persons between 25 and 54 years of age, reached a historical peak in 2023. The gap between black and white prime age employment dropped to a nearly 50-year low at around 3%. We can appreciate progress, but a 3% is still significant. Would you agree that it is important to continue focusing on narrowing this gap? And if so, what tools does the Federal Reserve have to do this work?
It's very important, and the single best thing we can do is get prices under control, inflation under control, so that we can have a long expansion with the record is clear that long expansion really gives significant benefits to people at the low end of the income spectrum, because the labor market gets very tight, inflation is low, and they benefit more than anybody. So
This has got to be the rip up now. We've had so many pullbacks.
Thank you so very much. I think there's some other legislative tools that Congress could use, and I'm happy to continue to work with the chair in the ways that we've already done to improve that rate, that difference. Thank you.
For sure. Thank you, Senator Warnock. Senator Lummis from Wyoming is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Welcome. It's nice to see you, Mr. Powell. My first question is about CDBCs. There's been some chatter lately on the social media that people are concerned about the Fed creating a CDBC without legislative authorization. You and I have discussed that before, and as you know, there are other means other than a CDBC that could use digital assets to create a secure and instant payment system other than a CDBC. So the question is this: do you still agree that the Federal Reserve cannot introduce a U.S. central bank digital currency without congressional authorization?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. That's really calms people's fears, the people who are concerned that we could end up with something like the digital yuan that is used as a means of surveillance. So I think that will calm some of those discussions down. Thank you so much. My next question is about your core CPE. Now, as you know, there's a disconnect between how you measure inflation and how the American people see inflation, because the American people are spending their money on gasoline and food and rent, things that have gone up a lot. And they hear about these improvements in the economy that they're not seeing in their everyday lives. So can you explain what measures you use to evaluate inflation, and just explain to the American people why you don't factor in the things they spend money on every day, like food and gasoline?
Actually, we do. Our statutory target is inflation. It's not core inflation. So if you look at headline inflation over the last 12 months, that's it. That's our goal. It's 2.4%. Core inflation is actually higher than that. It's 2.8%. And the reason is that some energy and food prices have come down, and those don't count in core. So our overall legal target is headline inflation, which is, it's our best effort to capture the cost of living that people face. It's not perfect. You have to make all kinds of judgments that aren't easy. I mentioned the housing earlier. How do you measure housing inflation? Lots of issues, but that's what we target. The reason we is that headline inflation tends to be more volatile, and it tends to be pushed around by commodity prices, which really don't relate to the overall state of the economy. Is it tight? Is it loose? So core tends to be a better predictor of overall inflation than overall inflation is. I know that's complicated, but ultimately, though, our target is headline inflation, which does include food and energy.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to include a letter in the record that Senator Tillis and I and two Democrats on this committee have submitted with regard to Basel III. My question,
Without objection.
Thank you very much. My question is this. What do you think is more likely, that it will be harder for consumers to buy a house and small business to obtain a loan under Basel III, or will lending just migrate outside the banking system, which may be harder to assess because it's opaque?
I'm sorry, I didn't get your question. I
Okay,
apologize.
so with regard to Basel III,
Yeah.
if there are more constraints on lending activity, what is more apt to be the consequence of that? That it's harder for consumers to buy a house or a small business to get a loan, or that lending just migrates outside of the traditional banking system?
So if there were anything that constricted credit in the banking system, they would probably be both things. Probably there'd be fewer loans made, but in addition, there would be non-bank lenders that are more than happy to make that loan.
I have a chicken and the egg question here. Starting with TARP in 2008, there has been a very aggressive printing of U.S. dollars up until today, and it particularly went on hyperdrive during that 22-month period of COVID. So my question is, which comes first? Congress spending more, and so you respond by printing more money, or are they separate considerations?
I think it's hard to get my mind around that question. We don't print money to fund the deficit. That's not what happens. But when the government borrows, it issues. Basically, the government borrows to fund deficits is what happens.
Right. And so that's so that would indicate to me
I'm fucking scrub. I'm gonna miss this pump burning.
because
Why am I doing dumb shit? Only the Topstep accounts.
are creating a demand to borrow, and you're responding.
Let's try this. See if it doesn't fucking break through. It really looks like it's going to, though.
We're not financing these deficits.
And so there's no chicken in the egg.
How much chop there is.
There's not really, no.
If we get a pullback, we should just be done.
I got to think about the way the plumbing. Why don't we continue this?
Yeah, I'd love to. And your thoughts earlier about fiscal sustainability and how we can work with you.
I need like $30.
And bipartisan, maybe next year, to address these issues. You know, when you say
God damn it.
things, you have to be careful because
Oh, it's the 426 bag.
it's ripple effects outside of this building. But it would sure be nice if we could sit down with you on a bipartisan basis and have those discussions in a frank way.
Thank you, Senator Fetterman of Pennsylvania is recognized.
They're really just inching up, though.
All right, Senator Van Hollen of Maryland's recognized.
Let me start by thanking Senator Fetterman for his allowing me to question him. Mr. Chairman, good to see you. Real wages
I
are
wonder
up.
if we actually will get a dump here.
Yes, over the last couple of
ES double tops and
you know, wages
rejects.
have been going up more than inflation. Real wages broadly are up.
That means more families have more spending power in their budgets, right?
Yes.
Worker productivity's up, right?
Such a bullish day, but we could get a fucking dump.
I believe so.
And worker productivity is
Based off
rising
ES.
faster than corporate.
ES breaks us, though.
I don't know the answer to that. I may well be right.
The charts I show suggest that. So that would indicate that unless corporations decide to pocket as profits more of the gains they get from their
Keep on
workers,
going shorts at the wrong time.
that we should be able to continue to have increases in real wages. Is that right?
Yeah.
And so it's important, I think, that people recognize that these corporations are doing better than ever, and they are deciding now to essentially
Just sell one of
return
these bad
the
boys.
gains made through their workers' productivity, which is going up. More
In
to
case we do get a
shareholders.
dump to
Obviously,
dump.
shareholders are going to get a profit.
Kind of
But
doubt
the
it.
question
But
is whether or not workers share in that profit to the extent of their worker productivity. And as
Yes,
you know,
it's double
we've seen a
topping
great
right now.
gap over decades between rising worker productivity and real wages, and we're hoping to close that gap. Would you agree that it would be good for a more inclusive economy if worker wages tracked worker productivity increases?
I think if you include benefits, it
Gonna hold
that's-
one
that's a
micro,
significant
stops a
part of
break
it.
even.
I've looked into that, but not for some years. But I
For
mean,
the
generally
swing.
speaking, people's compensation should equal.
So yes,
should be over
rejects
time
right
equal to
here.
Increases in productivity.
I appreciate that. And I also
You should
want
see a
to
little
trade
dip.
off on workers' wages, and there's also an issue with price gouging, right? So we have seen record profits. We've also seen very high prices these corporations are charging for things like groceries. Now, I listened to a little bit of exchange with the chairman earlier, and of course, I think your answer was, people will charge what consumers will pay.
I literally
But
keep selling right before a
it
giant
should be
pump.
known that these
I'm so
corporations
fucking done
are
with these
making
accounts
much
today.
larger profits now than they were
I should just little dump. Back to the trend line.
Some of them are. I'm not
We
super
take
focused on
our
individual corporate profits.
$200 per account
Yeah,
day,
corporate profits I get.
along with our
Right.
$4,500
They're
day on
high for
Elite
a couple
Trader
reasons.
Funded.
One is that they're charging consumers, for example, at the grocery stores, a lot of money. And the other would be if they're not
You guys breaking
sharing
through? Uh-oh.
the benefits of labor productivity with their employees. So I think because we've heard a lot of claims by some of our Republican colleagues about the causes of price increases, and I think it's very important that American consumers recognize that corporations are choosing to charge them more at the grocery store or engaging in things like shrinkflation rather than in order to have more of their profits. Let me turn briefly to a letter that I sent to the Vice Chair of Supervision and some of the other federal regulators in January of this year regarding the Basel.
Trading micros is kind of a hard life.
I
Top
support
step.
the overall effort on
Yeah,
Basel.
they're
We
still
did raise
going.
concerns with respect to a specific issue, which is the
It's literally just nothing
harmful
happening. It's
and
boring as
unnecessary,
fuck.
harmful impact it could have on clean energy tax credit investments. And all of the regulators testifying that day, including the vice chairman, said they recognized this was a significant issue and hope to address it. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I would.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Senator Fetterman.
Thanks, Senator Howell. Senator Fetterman of Pennsylvania is recognized.
Yes, I love that. All right. So it's great to be here with you today. Now, I don't know, maybe some people in America were talking about a cookie that was $18. And I was alarmed, and I hope we investigate that there is a cookie that costs $18. And do you believe that an anecdote on Twitter about a cookie that cost $18 is that reflective of our economy and where we're at, or not?
I certainly hope
Very
so.
interesting if we're gonna get a dump right now.
But that sounds like a pretty expensive.
That's ES double topping right there.
And now, and I believe that that the American economy now
Don't pass
is
VWAP.
the envy of the world.
It'd be very nice.
Right now, correct?
We're performing very well compared to our peer group.
Yeah, pretty great. And is it fair to say that the stock markets are all up at record highs?
Shit, VWAP's all the way down there, huh?
Yeah.
Where's this
And
VWAP?
inflation has
No,
been
VWAP's
pretty
all the way down there.
effectively addressed, right?
It's been coming down sharply since the middle of last year. Yes, we've got a ways to go on that, but we've made a lot of progress.
And corporate profits are pretty robust. Is that fair?
I believe it is.
Okay. Well, if we can agree that, and I don't understand why more people seem to be talking about a cookie that costs $18, but that seems to be against the evidence as well. But given that, now since things are pretty great, and we're in a really great
This a normal pullback or is this an actual dump?
place. But now I am concerned, and there's rumors going around that Basel, or they're going to change. They're going to reducing the capital, and I guess I'm concerned about that because I don't know why we would want to. And also, I want the record to reflect on you're much smarter than I am. But I would be concerned that things are in a really great place right now. We can all agree on that. I would be concerned to change something like that because I wouldn't want to have something again like what happened with SVB. And I just wanted to get your take on that. Is
Sure. So U.S. banks are well capitalized, and generally speaking, they're quite well capitalized. And we're not talking about reducing current capital levels at all. Really, in the Basel III endgame, capital may well go up. And what we're talking about is whether the proposal that was put out by the bank regulatory agencies, including the Fed, and which has now been the subject of quite a lot of comment, whether, what changes will be appropriate to that. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about reducing existing capital requirements.
Okay. Well, and then I also want to play off of a comment made by my colleague from Tennessee, and I actually agree with him. And he's concerned about the deficit, about it's $1 trillion for every $100 days. So now, if the federal government added $3.5 trillion to the deficit by extending the Trump tax cuts, would that increase or decrease inflation?
So I'm going to fall back on our long-time reluctance to comment on fiscal policy. We take your fiscal policy decisions, whatever they may be, we take them as they are, and we conduct monetary policy to achieve 2% inflation. But we don't score inflation. CBO does that; they'll make a judgment on that, but it's not something we do because we're an independent agency, and that requires us to stay the heck out of politics.
So I don't want to put you on the spot, but would those kind of tax cuts would that help addressing inflation or inflame inflation?
I don't know what the effects would be on inflation. I do know, broadly speaking,
this is so fucking boring. I'm
I'm
close to just taking a mini, just scalping for the fucking
And I think
few $100 bucks.
about this a lot 10 years ago. We're not talking about it so much anymore.
But
That's
no, that
understandable.
would break
It's a
my
special thing.
30-day
But, I
challenge.
do think it would be great to get back to that on a bipartisan basis.
Well,
You could really get a dump here. Look at this, fucking double topping so fucking hard.
And I think our economy, and I do agree that it is the envy of the world as well. And I'm confused that more people are talking about cookies or McDonald's meals and those kinds of things. It's not reflective on the strength of this as well too. And I just want to thank you for your service.
NQ doesn't really give a fuck though.
No, thank you, Senator Fetterman. That's the last question, and thanks for your generosity in yielding to
Q's are
how we got
strong.
here before, whom you got here before, if I said that right. Thank you, Chair Powell, for joining us today. And every 6 months and sometimes more often, I look forward to working with you, continuing to work with you to strengthen our economy. Senators who wish to submit questions for the hearing record are due 1 week from today, March 14th. To Chair Powell, please submit responses to those questions for the record no more than 45 days from the day you receive them. Thank you again for your testimony.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Let's get our dump, Skeet. Be fucking done. This is such a slow crawl up. Oh, is that? Oh shit! Look at that. That's over. Powell's done. Does that mean it's gonna rocket, or are we actually gonna get our dump? It's a bullish day. It's been wanting to go up, but I think the market's scared that Powell's gonna say something stupid, or something was gonna happen there. Consumer credits. Doesn't matter. See, I think I might be in trouble now. We'll see. Maybe these shorts will smack. Really, I just need to get down to like 79. And a little pullback right there. Boom, done. Kind of breaks our trend line though. So if it comes back down there, then we could go a little bit further. But I don't really care at this point. I'm just getting kind of annoyed. Oh, Bitcoin's pumping. Literally sold their longs crazy early again. I'm so tired of this shit for today. And we're holding shorts for what? And there's probably gonna be a pullback, so we can probably get out of break even, but we could have just been sold right there. Boom, done. But I do think it's gonna go to what, 38? God, it's already ran up 20 points, so would have been a nice move from when we originally had it. ES isn't even breaking out, and Q's just fucking stronger. I was looking at ES for some reason. Should not have been looking at ES. He is not telling us shit. Either is the Dixie. And Q just wants to go up. It's because in the video? What's pushing NQ up? Just a bullish market. Maybe everyone's just buying for no fucking reason. Maybe that means NQ is gonna fucking dump. It has no real reason to go up. I don't really think so, though. It's literally just an uptrend day. It's just pumping too. Gonna have to sell for fucking nothing again. 38. Yeah. Really, I think it's gonna come back down at some points. Our pivot points, what, at 394? There is one at 38, but that's kind of a ways away. Maybe this is all she wrote. It is just kind of going off of fucking what? Dollars going up, ES is fucking around. He's just kind of going solo on a bull run, so maybe this is a fake out. This is the second time we sold right before a giant pop off, so I want to just be done, but we're fucking still far away from the profit target. These 3 minis are driving me fucking nuts. These 3 micros. It's not even the micros driving me nuts. I'm just fucking selling right before fucking bombs did it right there. Literally not even 2 minutes later. Fucking huge pump. 30-point pump. And then where? Right there too. Yeah. I just want to be done trading right now. We're still in these shorts. Flip long. Could get to that 38, 36 level. It's 20 points. God, I want to put on some minis. It's just taking forever. Almost positive I'm gonna be able to get out of break even and I can probably just go long again for the 38 level. Look how many pullbacks we've had, but that was during the Powell testimony. Timing's just terrible. Lots and lots of fun. So these a little early too. That's okay. We're already up a shitload on there. Just gonna swing that into tomorrow. What the fuck? Is it lunchtime or what the fuck? I don't need those, baby. No. Uh-uh. Ooh. This might literally just be a slow grind up. I'm real close to switching to minis. Fucking catch like 5 points. Oh my god. If it pushes through here, I'm just gonna sell. I'm gonna switch to minis, do 1 mini, boom, get our 200 bucks and be done. Okay, that's pushing through. Let's see if it rejects. So hard stopping. Oh, golly. I think I'm getting rolled in commissions too. That's because I'm doing so many fucking little stupid trades. That's why I'm paying so much in commissions. $25, just gonna hit that 38, then we could maybe take a short. I don't even know if it's a good idea to take shorts. Should've just been sitting in fucking longs all day like our plan was. It just took so long that I got impatient. Patience would have paid. And it did pay. Just not on Topstep. Could easily still see a dump off cliff though. Probably not till 38 though. And it's unlikely with a strong ass bullish market. Okay, we're out of there. We're going to minis. We're doing one mini. It's like 10 micros, just can't scale out. So, okay. Wait, what? We made $85, but we're still negative. What's it doing? With that 38 level. That we want to get to. This could be our long entry right here. Let's take it. Sell it 35-ish. Like 36. We get our pullback here, that'd just be annoying. Very possible. I don't really see us not rocketing to at least 38 before a pullback though. You gotta be fucking with me. Okay, let's add one more then. If this just dumps off a cliff, that'd be fucked up. Which it could is the problem, but so unlikely. Good news is if it gets back up to this high, I think we're done. Oh man. Let's add one more. See if it just wicks back up. This is what we were waiting for with the shorts again. Just keep on getting stopped out. We're just getting fucking plowed on these accounts. It's Topstep only accounts. Doing fine on everything else. But having a tough time here. Hopefully we just get this pamp. And then we're done. Right back up to the highs. And then we can call it. No way, this is flipping bearish. Could be it's coming to retest the support for the downtrend. I doubt it. I mean, look at the day. There's 200. We're still not realized. I mean, actual 200. There's 200. Let's get a little money off this pump. Not being greedy. 300. I just think it's so obvious that it's going up to 36. I guess we'll just call it the fuck it. Yeah, we got our $300 or $200. So we're good. We are done for today. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to trade micros with Topstep. I think I'll just do one mini. But we'll just go for like $200 to $500 with a quick trade. And again, we did already have it multiple times. We just fucking didn't have enough patience. Whatever, we'll see. I'm just not trying to go for like fucking 10K a day right now. As long as we make $200, it doesn't have to be through micros or minis. Doesn't really matter too much. But 3 micros is just a little rough. I really wish Topstep would make the ratio 30 and 3 for the XFAs, but we actually sold at a good time, so I'm glad. But yeah, we'll call it. So there's our beautiful $1,600 day on ETF, 1,600 times 3. So what is 1,600 times 3? These are our elite funded accounts too. We made $4,800 on this. That's pretty good. So I'll move the stop up. I'm gonna try swinging this into tomorrow, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. This is a really good first day on these accounts. So I'm happy with that. We hit our PT on Topstep, and we're looking good. Oh, and we passed trade day today. Whoa! So we're gonna have 3, 6, 7 funded accounts now, which is pretty fucking sweet. And I'm excited. And also, we're more than halfway to the no, not more than halfway. We're almost halfway to the 3,500 max drawdown on Elite Trader funding. They once I hit that, then there's no daily loss limit. There's no max drawdown. It's just I gotta have $3,500 plus 100, so $3,600 in my account, and I won't have any daily loss limit, no max drawdown, and it's basically just like a personal account, just you know, basically worth $36,000 because a one mini contract overnight is $18,000. You gotta have $18,000 in your account for one mini. For micros, it's like, 1,600, 1,800, 1,000, whatever, or 2,000, whatever it is. But basically, yeah, I mean, that's pretty sick. So we'll basically have 36 times 3, which is like, $118,000 live trading accounts. Actually, technically, it's still sim funded, but they'll probably move us to live somewhat soon. I'm assuming once they see how much moolah we make and how many payouts we take. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty fucking sweet. And I'm not really expecting this to go to all-time high anymore. It did hit 300 like we thought, 300-ish. And, yeah, I mean, we'll leave this just in case it wants to run up forever, like the slow grind. But, look at our fucking short play almost working out, too. It was way too early multiple times, which is okay. We still had a good day. So we'll call it there. GG's. Till next time. Fucking brutal ass 3 hours, but very successful. Peace out.